Hi everybody, my name is Megan Ramones. I am going to be doing a mini vlog. Well, to start off this video, I want to bring up a quote that I personally love. It came at the beginning of the class. So the quote comes from the publication The Age of Discovery from Dr. Belinda A. Aquino. And she wrote, "Unfortunately, there is nothing more that can be done to change the past, but we can certainly learn from it." I love that because it brings in the idea of how decolonization is a process. It's a process of relearning, rediscovering, and rethinking what it means to be Filipino. So let me say that one more time. It's rethinking, relearning, and rediscovering what it means to be Filipino. And something I've learned in this class is that there is so much depth to being Filipino, and it's not just what the Philippines' national identity is, like Tagalog speaking Filipinos. That's not what a Filipino is limited to. It is full of diversity. We are an archipelago and diaspora full of people of different cultures, really. That's something I've learned and come to realize over time. It's something we're all going to be learning together. And I am looking forward to the conversations that I will have with Pinays, Pinoys, other Filipinx around me as I go on through life and learn more about what it means to be Filipino and what it means to reclaim the Filipinx identity. I use Filipinx as an inclusive term. I identify as a Filipina American, but for the sake of this project, I will keep it to Filipinx to be more inclusive. So reclaiming the Filipinx identity, it's a tough thing to understand. I personally went through a little bit of a identity crisis at the beginning of the semester because I realized that my definition of reclaiming Filipinx identity was limited to colonial mentality. And that's something that's talked about a lot, and I'm glad it's being talked about. How beauty isn't limited to just white skin tones. It's literally every skin tone, whether it's dark brown, light brown, and everything in between. Beauty isn't just for one skin tone. It's for everybody. And movements like Magandang Mo next, that's something that hits home and inspires me to empower others. And with Ruby Ibarra's music, shedding light on controversial issues going on, not only in the Philippines, but within our Philippine culture, those are really great things. But the process of decolonizing, I'm learning slowly, is that it's not limited to just colonial mentality. There's a lot of things that the Philippine culture needs to be healing from. And it's within, there's so many things that has happened, from being colonized by the Spanish and then being colonized by Americans. There's this battle that we all face externally and internally, when it comes to finding our identities. And I've realized over time, after sitting on it and thinking through it, but also listening to what other people have to say, reclaiming our Filipinx identity isn't limited to just decolonizing what colonial mentality is to us, but it's also listening in on conversations and engaging in conversations that teach us what it means to be Filipino and how our narratives are different in every part of the world. We may have connections together, but each of our narratives are different. And, being able to find connections within that and bridging the disconnections between all the different types of Filipinos, that will help us ultimately to reclaim who we are and understand that despite all the hardships we faced in the past and maybe even all the great things we faced, if I had to sum it all up in one word, reclaiming our Filipinx identity is to heal. And to heal ourselves, I've heard in a quote that I've probably said a million times, is when we heal ourselves, we heal those who come after us. So something for all of us to think about, even myself, is how are we going to heal those who come after us? And how are you going to engage in a conversation today to learn more about who you are as a Filipino? Let's heal together, friends. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your year. Bye.